Why do we feel anxious even when we have everything? Imagine having everything you've ever wanted: a successful career, a comfortable home, money in the bank, friends, a loving family. Everything seems perfect. Yet when night falls, your mind won't stop racing. You lie awake, thinking, worrying, wondering if tomorrow will bring another problem. If everything is fine, why do we still feel anxious? Why does peace seem so difficult to find? This isn't just a modern problem. It is one of the oldest struggles of the human heart. We were made for more. Our world tells us that happiness comes from having more: a better job, a bigger house, more followers, more success, more security. Yet history tells a different story. Many people who seem to have everything still felt empty inside, because the deepest longing of the human heart cannot be filled by possessions alone. We were created not only to survive, but to know, love, and live in communion with God. When we search for lasting peace everywhere except in Him, our hearts remain restless. What Jesus said about worry: Jesus understood our fears. He knew we would worry about tomorrow, about food, about money, about our families, about our future. That is why He said, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." He pointed to the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap, yet the Father feeds them. He pointed to the lilies of the field. They neither labor nor spin, yet even Solomon was not clothed like one of them. Jesus was not telling us to ignore responsibility. He was inviting us to trust the Father who knows our needs before we ask. Faith does not remove every problem, but it changes how we face them. Why anxiety grows. Much of our anxiety begins when we try to control what we cannot control. We replay the past, we fear the future, we imagine the worst before it happens. Our minds become filled with questions. What if I fail? What if I lose my job? What if something happens to the people I love? These thoughts can quietly steal today's peace. Jesus continually called His followers back to the present moment, to trust that God walks with them one day at a time, the peace the world cannot give. Before His passion, Jesus made a remarkable promise: "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give it." The world offers temporary comfort. Christ offers lasting peace, not because life becomes easy, but because we no longer face it alone. His peace is found in prayer, in the sacraments, in Scripture, in trusting His providence even when we do not understand His plans, living the faith. Following Christ does not mean we will never feel anxious. Even faithful people experience fear, grief, and uncertainty. But faith teaches us where to bring those burdens. Instead of carrying them alone, we place them into the hands of the one who loves us most. Every prayer becomes an act of trust. Every day becomes another opportunity to choose faith over fear. Little by little, our hearts learn to rest in God. Next time, everyone wants to be happy, but why do moments of pleasure fade so quickly? What is the difference between happiness and true joy? That is where our journey continues next, because following Christ is not simply about believing the truth. It is about allowing the truth to transform our lives. The search for truth never ends, because truth has a name: Jesus Christ.